So for digital citizenship, I've chosen the topic self-image and identity online. I think it's a topic that should really be considered teaching in middle school as students really start to think about their image and their own identity, and they need to start thinking about what identity they're portraying online. I chose AFT.org because of the wide variety of resources that it has within it. For digital citizenship on self-image and identity, I would choose the Center for Safe and Responsible Internet Use to teach my students. It's got different types of options I could do, handouts and posters to place around the classroom and remind students about being responsible while they're using technology and what image they're portraying online. The second resource I would take from here is the Common Sense Media, and this one has lesson plans and worksheets. A lot of these have games, different types of learning activities, and it has information on digital citizenship, cyberbullying, and prevention. We have information for educators as well as for students. This does provide a vast amount of information in just one site. The second resource I chose was the Digital Citizenship Utah website. This one also has a lot of different resources that you can look at, and it's got the grades listed so you can determine what grade range you need to use, as well as it provides descriptions on each resource so that you can look at which one best aligns with yours. It's not my favorite. It's not specifically for self-identity or self-image and identity, but I do think it's a great one because it's an actual 3-year program for middle schoolers, and students just have to complete a weekly 50-minute lesson, which also involves parents and teachers. I think it's important that parents look at what their kids are learning, specifically about digital citizenship, because they might learn a thing or two themselves. And lastly, we have the PBS Learning Media website under the technological literacy. This is my favorite just because of the different options it provides. As you can see here, I chose the safe and legal responsible use that relates to the self-image and identity online. Then over here, if I were doing my 6th grade class, and I would come over here and pick grade 6. If I wanted to show my students a video on self-image and identity, I could come down here and look at all the resources and see if there's anything that aligns with my topic. I can do an image. They don't have any. I can do a lesson plan. So there's different resources here to use, and because of the way the site is set up, I've chosen it as my favorite. And that would conclude my third resource.